Well, here we go then, the French Grand Prix at the Circuit Paul Ricard. Here on Season 5 of our Red Bull Career Mode, and for once at Paul Ricard it's actually going to be a dry race. Who'd have thunk that, eh? There's our contract. Lovely little contract it is as well. I like its style. Let's have a look at the R&D. So we got something coming for Austria in that upgrade there, down in the corner here on the green side. But what we're going to do now is we're going to buy one of the aero upgrades now, and then we're going to buy the other one during practice when we get the rest of the resource points, and hopefully by the end of the race we should have enough to buy the engine upgrade as well, which means when we go to Germany in 3 races time, we're going to have an absolutely storming car. Unbeatable, I think the word will be. Unbeatable. But we'll see. No promises on that one. There it is, the brake disc width for Austria, and then we get some front downforce for, excuse me, for Germany. We're going to take the old ICE into the practice and qualifying so that we don't overexert the new one. In fact, no, we're not. We're going to take the new one right now. Why not? Get it out of the way. We've got a fresh ICE unit. And before we go and practice, we need to go take a look at the championship standings, don't we? Which shows that we are top of the championship by a good 30 points from Charles Leclerc. Esteban Ocon in 3rd place, Sergio Perez, Fernando Alonso, Pierre Gasly, Daniel Ricciardo, our teammate, in 7th place, and then Marcus Ericsson, I said Pascal Wehrlein, Brendan Hartley and Lance Stroll, your top 10, and still no score for Sorokin, Raikkonen, Sainz and Hulkenberg. Now we're going to get practiced, and then we're going to get qualified, and we shall see you guys on the other side of qualifying for the French Grand Prix at Circuit Paul Ricard.
Welcome to Le Castellet as we return from across the Atlantic for the 2018 French Grand Prix. The last time Formula One cars raced at the Circuit Paul Ricard, Alain Prost took Ferrari's 100th Grand Prix victory and the 42nd of his own illustrious career. That was 28 years ago, when half of the drivers on the grid today had yet to be born. And how, I wonder, will that legacy continue in the modern era? Mastering a lap of Paul Ricard means getting to know 15 corners, 6 left and 9 right, for an overall lap distance of 3.6 miles. The two halves of the long Mistral Straight are separated by a heavy braking zone into a potential overtaking hotspot at the Chicane Nord. And watch out for the drivers running onto the distinctive coloured stripes, which are low in grip and highly abrasive. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Williams. They've had 1 retirement in the last 5 races. What do you think that says about the reliability of their car?
It's a good statistic for sure, as it demonstrates not only mechanical reliability, but consistency from both drivers as well. These are 2 of the first boxes you have to tick for any successful season.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Paul lines up on pole position, with Esteban Ocon alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Gasly, Marcus Ericsson and Alonso, Hartley, Perez, Leclerc and Kevin Magnussen, Van Dorn, Grosjean, Lance Stroll and Hamilton, Sirotkin, Vettel, Nico Hulkenberg and Carlos Sainz. Bottas and Kimi Raikkonen rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
You've done well to put it on pole, but we've still got work to do. Trying to cover the inside line off the start.
Yes, we do have some covering on the inside line to do. We are P1, and what a qualifying lap it was. We just absolutely hooked the circuit up to perfection. There's no better way of saying it. It was the perfect lap. End of. One stop, off the Ultra Softs onto the Super Softs, and that should see us through to the end of the race. Old super softs that look like they last a little long as well, so we may come in early. It all depends on what everyone else does. But in the meantime, no more needs to be said. Let's get out there and let's get racing, folks. So here we go then, to the running of the French Grand Prix. 5 red lights are out, it's lights out, away we go. And we actually get a pretty decent start actually, but we're already covering the inside line off massively from our teammate Daniel Ricciardo. It's going to be Sergio Perez. I think, no, was it Esteban Ocon? I do apologise. That's done us into the first corner. And it looks like Ricciardo's in third. He's being challenged by Charles Leclerc further back. But I cannot believe the force in. You've got the two Saubers fighting each other, Ericsson and Perez. Sorry, Leclerc. I call Perez. Perez is out the. Oh, somewhere over there. I don't care where Perez is. As we go down the back of the Mistral Straight. And there is one of them. That's Marcus. No, that's Charles Leclerc. He's about to be challenged by Brendan Hartley, I think, for P6. That Toro Rosso in a straight line is going to have some speed. It swoops around the outside into the North Chicane. Thank you very much, says the Kiwi on the young Monegasque driver, who quite frankly should be elsewhere. As we look further down the track, that's one of the McLarens fighting one of the other Force India, I think. So there's the two Renaults on their home track fighting each other. Get the fist out, boys! That's how we do it. Sainz on Hulkenberg, and that's Renault on Renault Violence for P17. P17, the Renaults. Yep, they suck. Here's who doesn't suck though, ourselves. We're in second behind Esteban Ocon at his home race, and to be honest, I'm not too fussed that we're in that position as he sets the fastest lap on the first lap.
Window. You'll be on the super softs.
But yeah, should be interesting from here as we swoop into the first two corners, hit the curves. Oh, run a bit wide. That'll incur the wrath of the stewards. You're gonna get warned for abusing track limits. I say screw them. As we go into, what was that? That was turn 5? Yeah, that was turn 5. Turn 6, turn 7's that little kink there. And now down the Mistral Straight to the North Chicane. That chicane splits the Mistral Straight, and it's a crime that it does that. As we go to Brendan Hartley again, he's having another go at Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc's got back past Hartley. How's he done that? I don't know, we didn't see that. But move Hartley back into P6. As we go a little further down the field, that is well, it's going to be the Williams that fight each other. Stroll and Sorokin. Get them out, boys! Handbags at 20 paces. Sorokin passes Stroll and move him up into P13. Sorokin having a whopping start. Finally, the Russians turning up to do something right. What it is that he's turning up to do, I haven't got a clue, but he's turned up to do something. As we come through turn 14 and now into turn 15, this horrible last corner. It's a really horrible last corner. Kills all the momentum of the track completely.
Check your MFD
as,
for a new strategy option.
Gasly now sets the fastest lap, so the Frenchmen are coming up their home track. They're bringing the pain and bringing the noise as we run a little wide out of turn 2. Now into turn 3, turn 4, and then turn 5 right after it. Down the bottom of the circuit here, turn 5. Look how clunky turn 5 is. Now through turn 6, and then it's a little right. Don't be running on the blue stuff too often. Not even on the red stuff on the outside, because that is really abrasive as we go down the Mistral Straight. Chasing after Esteban Ocon. I'm not too fussed if Ocon gets away, because I know the undercut is monumentally powerful at this circuit. It is so powerful, it's unbelievable, as the Renaults are going to start fighting each other again. Come on then, boys, let's have at it. Seconds out, round 2. Ding ding. Who's that? That's swoop around the outside. That's Sainz passing Hulkenberg for P17. And thank you very much, we'll say, the Spaniard, as we give chase to Esteban Ocon in that Force India. That was the one car. I didn't mind if Ricciardo got in front of us, but I didn't want Ocon, because Ocon is OP around this circuit. We are going to have to go some to beat him. But like I said, the undercut here is powerful, and it's so powerful, in fact, that Jeff's called us in. So we're going to take this chance to get in one lap earlier than we should have done, 2 laps actually, because we were due in on lap 5, and we're going to try and have an absolutely monumental undercut. And for those that don't know, the undercut is where we put the fresh tyres on. We're now going to run around on the fresh rubber while they run around on the worn rubber, and in theory we should make up time, because we're on, yes, we're on a slower tyre, but we're on newer tyres, if you understand what I'm saying. I'll have to do a thing. Is we've run a wide in turn 2. That was silly. Now let's have while we're in the pit lane. Is that Perez? That is Sergio Perez with Fernando Alonso. That's going to be for P7. Well, P8 when they passed me, but P7 now that they've gone past me. Alonso swoop around the outside into turn 1. Thank you very much, says the Spaniard. And in fact, I think Perez has got a problem, because here comes Stoffel Van Dorn, and that's him down another place. So I think he's got some kind of issue there as we go up to the front of the field. There's the Rick Bobby, the Honey Badger. He's just been passed by, is that Ericsson? That looks like Marcus Ericsson. That is for P2. So, interested as we go back down the order. That is Charles Leclerc and Brendan Hartley again. Hey! And this time we actually see Leclerc pass Hartley for P5. Good clean pass out of the into the North chicane as that Bottas. That's Hamilton. He's giving chase to Lance Stroll for P13, sorry, and swoop around the outside. I wonder if Stroll's got a problem too. There's a lot of passes being done around the outside by cars, and that's something we'd like to see, as Kevin Magnussen now passes Sergio Perez. And that Haas shouldn't be passing that Force India that easily. If he's not careful, Roman Grosjean's going to get past him, and his home race. Will he have a go? No, he won't. That's not going to happen for him. As we go up to, that is Marcus Ericsson. How the hell has Pierre Gasly got past? How's Pierre Gasly got past Marcus Ericsson? Sorry, no, Pierre Gasly got past Daniel Ricciardo, I should say. We didn't see that. This French race director's not concentrating on the stuff he needs to concentrate on. Well, he's concentrating on Grosjean passing Perez. That's pretty easy if you ask me. So I think Perez does have a monumental problem on his can. I wonder if he's got a power unit problem. As we had a bit of a screen fate problem there, as we see who is that. He's Sergei Sorokin. He's going around the outside of Perez, now the inside of turn 5. And I'll bet you any money next we're going to see a pass by Hamilton on, where's that, Bottas? Try to see if that's the blue number or the red number. If it's the blue number, it's Bottas. If it's the red number, it is Hamilton. And I think it is, I don't know who it is. We'll soon know in a second. No, we won't. I think it was Hamilton. Giving it evidence. We go to Hulkenberg. Yeah, because here's Bottas. No, it's not. That's Leclerc. Sorry, Ericsson, Gasly, and Ricciardo fighting over P2 behind Esteban Ocon. So they need to sort it out there. As we now see the Renault. There's Bottas. So yeah, it was Hamilton that was passing Perez. As we see Bottas pass Hulkenberg, and now Raikkonen's going to get past Hulkenberg as well. Those Renaults are woeful. Those Renaults are woeful in a straight line. Absolutely unbelievable as we see Ocon come into the pits. You're now going to see how powerful this undercut is, folks. Just watch how powerful this undercut is. Just watch. We were about, what, 3 seconds behind him when we came for our stop 2 laps ago? There we go. That's how powerful the undercut is around Paul Ricard. Incredible. As we now pass Nico Hulkenberg. Nice pass through turn 3. Oh, I didn't notice how wide the track was going into turn 5. That was new for us. As we see, is that Ericsson again, or is that Leclerc? That is Leclerc and Brendan Hartley. Oh, this is now for that fight for the lead. And the Monegasque driver up the inside. So the Monegasque driver has the lead of this motor race. What a shock there! As we who we come, we're coming up to the back of Perez. And you can see how much we're closing on Perez. He must have a massive problem. I wouldn't like to say what his problem is, but it must be huge if he's got that much bad karma. I'm trying to figure out what kind of problem he could have here. Because look at the rate we close up on him. If we're not careful, we'll go do a round the outside move. Yeah, there we go, round the outside. He must have. He's got something wrong with his engine, but I don't know. Well, unless it's a gearbox issue, could be gearbox, because he had no traction there at all. As Vettel goes into the pits, decides discretion is the better part of valor, and we got a yellow. Do we have a yellow flag down the Minstrel Straight? I thought we did, but turns out we don't. We've got yellow behind us. Virtual safety car.
Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta.
Excuse me, the virtual safety car is out. And I wonder if it's for Marcus Ericsson. I wonder if it's for Marcus Ericsson. Yeah, did you see a little puff of smoke then? Ericsson's got a problem. That's the end of his race, folks. As we are now under virtual safety car conditions, and all those that made a pit stop are now cursing their bad luck. Look at that. Who we got in there? We got Hamilton. Looked like both Ferraris were in. And no wonder they pulled the VSC out, because he's parked right in the middle of the track. But we're now coming to end the virtual safety car.
VSC ending. Wait for green.
As we come down the Minstrel Straight, get the power down nice and early, and we should be as good as gone. And speaking of good as gone, here comes well, who is this? This is Hartley and Alonso for P6. And look, did you see the ease that Toro Rosso got past Alonso? I mean, my God, that Toro Rosso's good. It's not the Renault, the Red Bull that we've got at the moment, but it's good. And now there's is that Grosjean? That's Grosjean and Van Dorn. This is going to be P9. And I think that's a pass there done by Van Dorn as we go to Lance Stroll fighting with Sergio Perez. Here's how much Perez has struggled. He's now down in P16. Beep beep to you too. As oh, that was a bit naughty and a bit late there. They're effing each other up here now, as though I wonder if the Renault here is going to take advantage. I mean, he's not going to, unfortunately, as we swoop into turn 1 on lap 8. Oh, you'll have to forgive me here because we've got a little bit of indigestion from that chocolate we had just before this race to help our throat here. Give it the old lubrication stick. As we come down, well, we're on our way down the Minstrel Straight, and speaking of on our way, here goes Nico Hulkenberg on Sergio Perez. That's for P17. Yep, P17. A Force India is being passed by a Renault. That looked pretty easy, and if he's not careful, Sainz is going to come past as well. And I think, oh, big lock up from Hulkenberg. Will Perez keep that position now? Yeah, and indeed, no, he doesn't. Hulkenberg forces his way through as Hartley and Alonso fight each other again. Round 2, boys. Alonso's going to show his inexperienced Kiwi how it's done here. Oh, big lock up from Hartley! Everyone's locking up. That kind of lock-up's going to leave a mark. As now see if we're going to lock up here with Grosjean and Van Dorn for P9. Want to keep an eye on that car in the background. Here goes Van Dorn. He'll swoop around the outside. Hey, it's a pass without a lock-up. Note that one down there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, is this going to be Perez passing Hulkenberg or Sainz passing Perez? It's going to be Perez in his ailing car passing Nico Hulkenberg. Whoa! Big slide for the two Renaults. Two Renaults side by side. Hulkenberg and Sainz. Have at it, boys. Ding, ding. That is for... What was that for? That was for P something or other. I don't know. P19, I think. The two Renaults were at the back of the field in their home race, and you can imagine that Cyril the Beatbull is not very happy with that outcome. As we come to the main straight again, see Perez and Sainz having a go at each other for P17. And, oh, bit wide. There goes Perez, and Sainz will sneak his way through. You can imagine Hulkenberg's going to be not too far behind him. Is he? Going to try around the outside of turn 3. That's brave. That's very brave. Not brave enough. If that was me, that would be down there and stuffed. As Van Dorn... Well, it looks like Grosjean's got back past Van Dorn here. So, what's going on here? Mr. Race Director, why did you not show Van Dorn passing Stroll? Sorry, Grosjean. Or is it because Grosjean's French? It might be because Grosjean's French that you didn't do that. Now, will you have a go this time, Nico? And make a clean pass as well. Have a think about it. There you go. Nico Hulkenberg passes Sergio Perez. Nope, Sergio Perez. He may have an ailing car, but it's not particularly bad in the fucking straight line, is it? Speaking of cars that are not bad in a straight line, we're on lap 10 now, and you can see on the mini map, if you look, Ocon and Gasly are getting pretty close. So we're about to come under fire from the French Revolution. The French Revolution is coming, folks. And we're just going to park it in the middle of the track, because if he wants it, he's got to go around the outside of us. As Van Dorn and Grosjean continue their fight. Oh, you'll show this pass, won't you, Mr. Race Director?
Oh, we will. We show this pass right here. No, we are there.
So move Grosjean up into P9 after I completely abused the French language. Speaking of abusing, Valtteri Bottas might be about to abuse the side of that Ferrari. P13 and side by side into the North Chicane. No quarter given, no quarter taken between the Finn and the German. In the German and the Italian car, respectively, and that'll be Bottas into P13. Shift out the way, Sebastian Vettel. Now, P11, you can see Ocon is half a second behind us. So if he's even remotely close, he's going to have DRS. Which I really, really don't want him to have, but don't tell anyone. Because that would be bad for everybody. As we go into turn 5. And now round turn 6, he's going to be literally, he's going to be right on our tail here. Gasly's not too far behind as well, the Gasman. If there's one person I wouldn't want to pass me, it's Ocon, but then Gasly's not too far behind him, side by side, down the Minstrel straight into the North Chicane. Who's going to get the better of that? We're just going to give him a little boot out wide. And just remind him that we are the superior car here. As we see Stoffel. Is that Stoffel or is that Fernando? There's Fernando. He's going to pass Brendan Hartley in a second. Oh, Hartley with a lurch. And move Alonso into P6. Excuse me. Oh, look at this helicopter view. Helicopter view of Van Dorn, Stroll, so Rotkin and Grosjean. The three of them side by side. Oh, look at that. They're going to show Van Dorn passing Grosjean. Bye-bye. Thank you very much, says the Belgian. Move him into P9. As we see Vettel. He's going to have a go at Bottas, is he? Or is Stroll finally picked up his act and he's going to have a go? Now it's Vettel. Look at the speed that Vettel carried. That Ferrari's still got some pace in it, even though it is a bit of a turd. in the straight lines at the moment. In fact, look at Stroll. Stroll's just got past Bottas, I think. Yeah, he's carrying momentum. He may even go for Vettel. Carry on there, sir. Carry on. As we go a little further up the field to Van Dorn and Grosjean and Sorokin. Look at that, around the outside of turn 1. Yeah, oh, big lock-up. Something flew off then. Something flew off one of the... I think it was the Haas. I hope it was the Haas. In fact, it is the Haas, look, because there goes Sorokin around the outside of Grosjean, and that is P10 for the Russian. Ooh, that was a bit naughty, I think. I don't know who locked up there. I think it was Stoffel that locked up. And speaking of round the outside, here comes Stroll on Vettel. Oh, a bit more contact. He was sideways almost, was the Canadian. They are getting the elbows out here and getting them out firmly. As well, this is our dream scenario here, because now Gasly and Ocon are going to fight it out for who's the best of the French here. As we swoop into the North Chicane, and still Ocon and Gasly side by side. Who's going to get the better on that one? It's going to be Ocon. For the moment, it's going to be Ocon, but it's now going to be Gasly down to the fast right-left. Yeah, it is right-hander. And thank you very much, says Pierre Gasly into P2. As Sergei Sorokin sets his sights on Stoffel Van Dorn for his first points of the season. Look at the pace that Williams has got. Still got some bloody pace in it, even 3 seasons after we left it. Utterly incredible. As we go to Vettel with Stroll for P13. And that's going to be another crazy pass. Oh! Hey! Big time Hollywood lad Stroll lives up to his expectation and absolutely bins it in the North Chicane. He can't take the pressure. This is what I was fearing, because that Toro Rosso Honda has got some oomph to it. But it's Toro Rosso against Red Bull, side by side down into turn number 1. Who's going to get this one? We're just going to absolutely fling the car in if you want it to come and get it, Gasly. Because we are not giving this up without a fight. We are going to make sure you fight us all the way for this one. As we swoop around the outside. In fact, he fought so much. Ocon's now got past Gasly. And Gasly's going to get past Ocon. So, it's not over at the front of the field here. It is not over in the slightest. It is going to go down to the wire, and it is going to go down to the last corner probably as we fling it into the North Chicane and come out back onto the Minstral Straight. You can see Pierre Gasly. Look at us, how close we all are. We've gone right into the middle of the track. If Gasly wants, he's going to go around the outside. Ricciardo's coming as well, as Gasly thinks about it, but he's not going to be close enough into the double right. And if we clear the double right, I think we've got him. I think we've got this one now, folks. What a French Grand Prix. We've held the French Revolution off. It's looking like victory if we come out the last corner, turn 15 in one piece, and then punch it for the line. We're going to have to absolutely give it the best. There we go. It is going to be the checkered flag. P1 at the French Grand Prix.
Fantastic. You've won the Grand Prix.
Woohoo!
A great win then for the Red Bull team today. Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
And I can see now the drivers are making their way out. We need Red Bull fighting at the front. They do an incredible amount for Formula One, and that's another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Poole increases their championship lead. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I'm going for someone who really punched above their weight today, and that's Sergei Sorokin. He was fantastically quick through the whole Grand Prix.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Red Bull have extended their lead over the championship. Another team that excelled today was Williams, who make further progress up the table. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
That's how you do it, folks. P1 at the French Grand Prix. And I think we thoroughly deserved that one. Thoroughly deserved that one in the most. As Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon take P2 and P3 for their respective teams, Toro Rosso and Force India. Danny Rick Bobby finishing 4th. Charles Leclerc, Brendan Hartley, Fernando Alonso, Kevin Magnussen, Sergei Sorokin with his first points of the season in 9th. And Stoffel Van Dorn rounds out the top 10. Only one DNF. And that was, when we get there, Sergio Perez finished 18th. Marcus Ericsson, DNF. Whew. After that, we have got to talk to Claire. Because I imagine she's going to have questions. But if she asks how we feel, we're going to knock her teeth down her freaking throat.
Good day today.
Good day today.
Was there really any competition for you today?
Yeah, the competition came from that boat that we passed somewhere on the main straight. But for this power unit,
Another podium. You must be getting used to it up there.
of course, I'm the GOAT. There is no one to beat our power unit. It is immense.
You performed better than last weekend. What changed?
Well, what changed was that we brought a nice nothing actually. We brought nothing. Let's just compliment the power unit.
You're surpassing all expectations.
With this power
Can
unit,
anything or anyone stop you?
No. But unless there's a beautiful object, no.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate your time. Oh, wow. What a race that was, folks. Just for that epic finish with Pierre and Esteban, just smashed the hell out of that like button. Because that was a finish and a half. That was a proper finish. And I think we deserve that now. Have we got enough for this engine upgrade? We did get the other
say congrats on the podium. It's thoroughly deserved. We were sweating those last
thingy
few laps on the
aero
pole,
upgrade
but you
after
brought it
practice, so we got both aeros coming. I imagine we got both the ultimate engine upgrade coming for
It's time for us to renegotiate
thingy for as well. But first,
once negotiations begin,
we need to negotiate ourselves a new contract.
You can accept if you like, but I strongly suggest we push for better terms.
Actually, we don't need that, do we? Really? So we can leave that. Leave that. Take everything else level 3. You want 6th? Finish 7th?
Okay, that proposal looks good.
I think
It
that was
seems
a
all parties
successful
are happy with
negotiation.
it, so it'll
Don't
commence
you?
the next race weekend.
There you go. We got the rear downforce and the front downforce. Can we do it? Buy that upgrade. That means when we come to Germany, we're going to have a fully upgraded, maxed out car. No one will beat us. No one. Nobody. It's going to be a thing of beauty. So we've got the turbo pressure coming for Germany, the tertiary wing flaps and the rear wing upper flap. What can we say? It's looking good. It's looking good. Just got to hold off the French ones. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you did enjoy that. smash the hell out of that like button if you did. Let me know what you thought of that race, because it was a brilliant race. You can subscribe for daily F1 2018, NASCAR Heat 3, and other live streams of any other games. I've been Rockstar Pool 69, and I think it's time to bid you all farewell. So until we meet again for the Austrian Grand Prix, take care, and we will see you guys later.